Hi you all, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Chef Unique, and today's recipe I'm bringing you is a veal chop with a bourbon mushroom cream sauce. To pair with that is some parsnips puree and some broccoli tips from Broccolini. I start with getting our parsnips shaved and diced. I'm using parsnip puree instead of mashed potatoes for more of a healthier substitute, plus it's amazing. I get that into a pot of boiling water and let that go for about 15 to 20 minutes. I then pat my veal chops dry and get those seasoned up with some salt and pepper, and I also added some garlic and onion powder. You can use the same recipe for pork chops or for lamb chops, any lean chopped meat. In a cast iron skillet, I added about 3 tablespoons of butter until melted, and that seasoned side placed down in the skillet. And I like to season my second side of my meat in the skillet, so those extra seasonings that fall off are in that skillet and used for flavoring instead of on the cutting board. So again, I season this side with salt and pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And while this is cooking, I turn my oven on to 350 as we're going to finish these in the oven because these are pretty thick chops. And that is nice and beautifully browned. This one wasn't quite ready, so we let that one go a little bit longer. And then we gave that a flip once it was nice and caramelized. I then added in some extra butter, a few tablespoons, and butter basted these chops and made sure those were really juicy, and then we put them in the oven for a few minutes. Then we get into our bourbon mushroom cream sauce. This is where I got some bullet rye, some baby bell mushrooms, some heavy cream, some butter, shallots, and garlic. So we are going to get our shallot diced. This is a whole shallot that I'm using, so both pieces when you cut the shallot open. And then with my favorite garlic press, we're going to press our 3 cloves of garlic here and make sure we cut that off and put that to the side as we're going to add that last. In our same skillet that we cooked our meat in with those pan drippings, we add in our baby mushrooms. This can be sliced mushrooms as well. Once those are sauteed for a few minutes, we then add in our shallots. Let that get translucent, and then we add in our garlic. We add in our garlic last so that it doesn't burn. Then we are going to add in our heavy cream and give that a quick stir. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of our bourbon. This sauce can also be substituted for your favorite cognac as well. And we're going to allow that to cook off, but just enough to flavor our cream sauce here. And we're going to simmer until that becomes frothy and start to thicken like this here. Once that's giving you a thickness, you will then take it and let it cool. Now with our parsnips being fully boiled and softened, we add in a splash of heavy cream and some salt and pepper. And we mash that just like we would mashed potatoes. If you want this to be extremely smooth, you can put it in a blender and blend it down as well. I like a little bit of texture on mine, like mashed potatoes. Then with the broccolini tips, we add that into a skillet with some olive oil. I seasoned it with some roasted garlic. And basically let that go until that becomes bright green. And if it gets to the point of sticking, add a little bit of water as you see here, which creates a steam and cooks them off a little faster for you and prevents it from sticking. Now time for plating. We plate some of our parsnip puree and our sauteed broccoli, and then we add in our nice beautiful veal chop that was in the oven finishing off its cooking, and we pour over that bourbon mushroom cream sauce. Add as much sauce as you like. I did just enough. I feel like that was perfect for this. Garnish with some microgreens, and let me tell you, this meal was amazing. It's a perfect date night meal or a meal for a crowd. And hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching.